Growing up in the 2010s, there were the big three. You know, we had Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney Channel. However, two of those are irrelevant for what show we're talking about today. That's right, this is a Cartoon Network original, baby, Adventure Time. I mean, it could have been Nickelodeon because the original pilot was on Nickelodeon, but I mean, who's really counting? It premiered with amazing praise, and I know for a fact that I watched it. I did enjoy the pilot. I thought it was a little weird whenever it did air, but hey, what can you do? Because that was the initial core of Adventure Time. It is two bros going on adventures, just having a good old time. You know, we got Finn the human, the last human, from what I believe. And then we got Jake the dog, the last dog, which is wrong. That is incorrect, Kyan. Jake has parents. And they go on many adventures throughout the land of Ooo, you know. They go to the Candy Kingdom, you know, let's help Princess Bubblegum with this thing. Let's go to the Ice Kingdom and beat the shit out of Ice King for the 107th time. Let's go to Marceline's place and just jam out talking about fries.
My fries, I bought them, and they were mine.
And then let's go to hell and just kill Marceline's dad. And then let's go to the sewers to meet people. Oh wait, are those even more humans? Wait, no, those are humans. People who are half human, half animal people. And there's so many different worlds that I could go into that Adventure Time has. It is crazy how awesome and mathematical, really, this world is. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger each season, you know. They always introduce new things like Billy, the Lich, the vampire people that made Marceline a vampire. Ice King is actually a scientist that tried to stop a nuclear war, but didn't happen. And I can't remember every detail because it is 10 seasons packed full of just so much. And season 10 felt a little bit rushed though, because they were introducing a lot of stuff while also trying to wrap up the show, because they introduced what I believe was Princess Bubblegum's royal court, but they ended up being villains, and so it was ending up being a civil war in the Candy Kingdom and the land of Ooo and all the villains and stuff. It just felt very rushed, and it didn't feel as impactful as the finale could have been, because it felt like they were just trying to wrap up so many loose ends in 8 episodes. And that's one thing that I didn't like about the show. I loved how they introduced so many elements, but so many elements just don't go explained or explored. Like, let's talk about the Lich. The Lich was a villain that was introduced by Billy in season 1 or 2, I believe. And it's this epic demon lord that is like, oh, it's gonna be the end of the world if he gets his way, and just he wants to murder people. And that's no bueno, as they say somewhere, I don't know where. And then eventually, you know, there's so many episodes with the Lich, and eventually he becomes to this baby, and he has a conflict with the Lich inside of him, but also the baby version of himself. It's very weird. However, that doesn't get explored, how the Lich could, like, bring on the terror of Ooo, which is what I thought was going to happen. But they decide not to go that way, which understandable. I'm not the creative writers, but that's what I would have preferred the season finale to be. Or even just not introduce new characters like in season 10. Because if it's going to be the last season, like, I don't feel like that many new characters should be introduced. Case in point, your counter show, regular show, ended with only maybe like a few new characters in the season, but the season was twice as long as Adventure Time's, and it felt very rushed, very incomplete, which is why Distant Lands came out. I haven't watched Distant Lands. This is only the core show that we're talking about, because I still need to watch that. I heard it's pretty mathematical, and I gotta watch. Although some of the side characters I really did enjoy in the show, like BMO was awesome. BMO's one of my favorite characters. We also had Ice King, which Ice King was still pretty cool. We also had the mythic and legendary Lumpy Space Princess. Oh yes, please. Oh my glob, oh my glob, oh my glob. Lumpy Space Princess is probably the best character in Adventure Time. Not necessarily for the writing, but just for the ridiculous and the Banes. My Banes! Marceline coming around, Princess Bubblegum. You know, they have in their relationship. I loved it. Gunter. Do I need to say more? And there's even more characters. I could go for hours about talking about the best characters in Adventure Time, because that's one thing it gets right. It has great and memorable characters, which I wish that Adventure Time memes were more prominent, like regular show memes, but they're not. It's so sad, because there's so many good lines like bacon pancakes.
Making bacon pancakes.
I'm a buff baby.
That can dance like a man. I can shake my fanny. I can shake my can.
The whole Fry song, and you know what? We're gonna derail the meme segment to talk about the music. Oh my gosh, the music is still good. I just mentioned the Fry song, and I've played the clip already there. My best friends in the world.
Together and to blaze a band last night was the most fun I've ever had. Even liked it when the two of you would get mad at each other.
Have you heard the Ice King ballad?
Slime Princess, you're alright. Flame Princess, you're okay. Wildberry Princess could be better. All of the princesses are pretty alright, but oh, bubblegum, you look
Please take me now, Daddy Simon. And also the animation/art direction, it's still pretty good. It's not the best I've seen ever. However, it is still nice, fun, enjoyable, cartoony. It's what you expect out of a Cartoon Network show. And the comedy, it's kind of more so my humor. It's very, very juvenile, very hee hee ha ha ho ho type beats. And it kind of inspired me for some of the humor that I do nowadays. What's the rating kind? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, I would have to give this an 8 out of 10. It's an amazing Cartoon Network show, and it's not my favorite. However, it still holds so much merit, and I still enjoy it to this very day. It's beautiful. I can't say more. And that's where I'll end today's video. I hope you did enjoy Kyan Outside Part 5000. I'm trying to just make videos I want. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. If you want to check out my last video, if you didn't check it out, click right here for my video about Citrus. It is a spicy Yuri anime, and you're gonna love the video about it. Or if you just want to be notified whenever I upload next, click right here to subscribe. Any support really helps out. Just do something to help me, please. Please, I need it. I need it. I need it.